Hello everyone, this is Doug again. My next article, it comes from the Otago Daily Times. Um, U.S. drought likely to bring higher dairy and beef prices. I'll read the article first before I make any comments. A severe drought in the United States is likely to push the price of two key New Zealand commodities, dairy and beef, higher, rural economists say. It may take some time, but the drought covering half the continental United States, the most widespread since 1956, will have a big impact on prices, they said. U.S. Agriculture Secretary Tom Vlasic said last week that the U.S. Department of Agriculture, USDA, has designated 1,055 counties as disaster areas due to the drought, including where I live. According to the most recent U.S. Drought Monitor report, 88% of America's corn and 87% of its soybean crops are in drought-stricken areas. The resulting increase in grain prices threatening livestock and dairy operators with high input costs, Vlasic said. Feed costs make up 50% of the total working expenditure for the average U.S. producer, and corn is in general around 60 cents for total input feeds. Bank of New Zealand agriculture economist Doug Steele said dairy prices are the most likely to feel the beneficial impact of the drought first, followed by beef prices. For beef, prices were likely to fall initially as farms destocked before recovering due to the resulting supply shortage. Our expectations is that the international dairy prices will rise before the end of 2012/2013 season, and that the U.S. drought will be part of that, Steele told the APNZ. The U.S. drought has been simmering away for some months, but conditions took a sudden turn to the worse in June. It's obviously a supply hit, so it's likely to be supportive for dairy and beef. ANZ rural economist Con Williams said that the drought would help Fonterra achieve its initial $5.50 per kilogram of milk. Solids farm gate prices for the 2012/2013 May season and would add some upside to the 2013-2014 season. The U.S. is the largest producer of cow's milk, accounting for 15% of the total global supply. It also the second largest dairy exporter behind New Zealand. Farm gate prices between the U.S. and New Zealand tend to follow one another. In response to the higher grain price, the USDA has lowered its milk production forecast for 2012-2013. Williams said world dairy inventories are high, so the flow-through impact of the drought might not be immediate. It's more of a 2013 story than for the next 6 months, he said. Williams said higher feed costs had also flowed into Europe, which means margins would be squeezed there as well. Dairy prices on international markets have generally been in decline so far this year. At the last auction on July 18, 2012, the GDT-TWI price index fell 0.9% compared to the previous sale, a fortnight earlier. The reason I read this article and all that is about the, how much does not having enough beef and stuff is going to impact us. Basically, what summing it all up is that because there's such a feed and grain shortage and stuff, a lot of these cattle people and stuff they sell off their herds and stuff like that a lot earlier, which means is there's going to be a lot more meat on the shelves and stuff like that for us to have right now. But because they have to send all their cattle to the butcher shop, it's going to mean is we're going to feel a really, really dramatic impact in the spring. I've heard this story floating around for about 2 weeks now, and I thought I'm going to do an article on it. I'm going to put the link below. This article was written Monday, July 23rd, 2012. So I'm going to put my paper and all that at the bottom. But I'm wondering how this is going to impact each person. And I said to my wife, well, we were talking about it yesterday, and she's like, well, she is so happy that we've got so much food storage and stuff like that. So, we'll feel a little bit of an impact, but thank God that we have our food storage the way it is. Nobody's going to go without. But I want to hear about any kind of video responses, kind comments about how this is going to affect them. How beef, having enough beef, or are you going to stockpile now, try to store up as much as you can, whether it's canned foods, things like that. I want to hear some really positive comments. God bless all. Take care.